You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, we need to talk about MLB once again. We need to talk about Rob Manfred once again. We need to keep the heat on the Marxist MLB of China. I read some of the comments. Some of you guys actually calling it Marxist League Baseball. That's a good one too. I really do like it, folks. But we need to talk about Rob Manfred again, man. Because him moving the All-Star game out of the state of Georgia is completely hypocritical, folks. And when we have the receipts to actually prove this, okay? But that's what we're going to be talking about here in this video. But it's not just us now. We have people in politics now taking the fight to vote sports. We already talked about Greg Abbott. I have not talked about Marco Rubio, and I just briefly touched on him yesterday in the Greg Abbott video. We're going to be talking about that, man, because he put Rob Manfred on blast for his hypocrisy, folks. So we're going to be getting into that in just a second. But first, guys, make sure you go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. We have our own website there. We have memberships available. Bronze and silver plan videos, private videos over there for members of the website. Sign up today, guys. And if you can't do it right now, just consider giving a small donation. That would greatly help support Black and White Network. With that being said, guys, let's get into this. I'm so happy now that we actually have people in power in the fight. People in power, people in politics, because the left, they have their foot soldiers out there calling for the cancellation of everything and everybody that doesn't agree with that socialist agenda. So Marco Rubio, he is a Latino Republican senator from the great state of Florida, or Florida for the non-Spanish speaking crowd out there. I know a little bit. I'm from Texas. So anyway, he has now put Rob Manfred on blast for his hypocrisy in moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta. And we already know now, guys, that the All-Star game will actually be in Denver, Colorado. I highly recommend that you do not support the MLB. I highly recommend that you don't support any league that supports communism, because that's exactly what MLB and the Marxist MLB of China have in common. They're both in the back pocket now of China. So let's look at this article here, folks. Rubio to MLB Commissioner Manfred. Drop your Augusta golf membership too. Oh, that's right, man. Remember the wokety woke mob was actually trying to get the Masters to actually move out of Augusta? Didn't happen. PGA Tour did not bend a knee to the woke mob because they know the woke mob is not their fan base. But however, MLB bent the knee to people that really don't give a damn about their sports product. Let's read this, guys. Florida Senator Marco Rubio on Monday challenged baseball commissioner Rob Manfred to put his money where his mouth is over his decision to yank the sports All-Star game from Georgia over a controversial new voting law by making a personal sacrifice. His membership at the Peach State's fabled Augusta Golf Club. You don't say. Rubio, a Republican, teed off on Manfred in an open letter addressed to the commissioner at his Midtown Manhattan office. Oh, yeah, that's right. MLB's headquarters is also in the blue state of New York City. That's right. Who actually has more restrictive voting laws than Georgia, by the way. In case you guys didn't know that. I'll move on. He said this, though. Quote, I asked you whether you intend to maintain your membership at Augusta National Golf Club. As you are aware, the exclusive members-only club is located in the state of Georgia. The letter began. Manfred last week decided to yank the 2021 All-Star game from Atlanta to protest new voting provisions in Georgia, which critics say are restrictive to democracy, and Beijing Biden has characterized as modern-day Jim Crow. Well, of course, Jim Crow Joe would actually know something about Jim Crow because he was a supporter of Jim Crow, by the way. In doing so, Manfred followed the lead of Georgia-based companies like Delta Airlines and Coca-Cola that have come out against the law, which, among other things, requires photo identification for absentee voting and forbids groups from providing voters with food and beverages as they wait in line at polling places. That is a complete lie. That's a complete lie right there. Do your research on that. I'm not going to get into it on this video here. We talked about that actually in the private members video yesterday on the website as well. But Rubio asked Monday if Manfred was prepared to take that stand further. Check this out, guys. Quote, "It is a decision that will have a bigger impact on countless small and minority-owned businesses in and around Atlanta than the new election law ever will," the lawmaker wrote. "And one that reeks of hypocrisy." This that I like right here. "Will Major League Baseball now end its engagement with nations that do not hold elections at all, like China and Cuba," he continued. "Will you end your lucrative financial relationship with Tencent, a company with deep ties to the Communist Party and actively helps the Chinese government hunt down and silence political dissidents?" Thank you, Marco Rubio. Because the CCP runs everything in China, man. China controls everything. The CCP does. That is called communism, when they control the means of production. It says here, in trying to square the lead's new policy initiative with its ties to China, Rubio also invoked the ongoing genocide against Uyghur Muslims in the nation. We've been talking about the Uyghurs, man, for so long. The Marxist envy at China, no player will say anything about what's going on in China to the Uyghurs. Little China James says nothing about it. But Rubio goes on, he says, quote, "I am, of course, under no expectation any of this will happen. Taking the All-Star game out of Georgia is an easy way to signal virtues without significant financial fallout," wrote Rubio. "I am under no illusion that Major League Baseball will sacrifice business revenue on behalf of its alleged corporate values." But he says simply, "I'm under no illusion you intend to resign as a member from Augusta National Golf Club." He wrote, "To do so will require a personal sacrifice, as opposed to the woke corporate virtue signaling of moving the All-Star game from Atlanta." This is amazing stuff, folks. This is really, really amazing, that Marco Rubio has put Rob Manfred on blast. And I don't expect Rob Manfred to relinquish his membership to Augusta National. He's not going to do it, man. This whole thing about removing the All-Star game was nothing more than a virtue signal. That's it. Because now they're in Denver, Colorado, and the voting laws over there, they seem pretty similar to Georgia now. Very, very similar. The only difference is Colorado is a blue state. That's what it is. So now the Socialist Democrats, man, they want to call it racist now. Even though the blue states are pretty much doing the exact same thing. Rules for thee, not for me. That's what they're saying. And MLB, man, and all these other world sports leagues, why do they love communism so much? Why do they bend the knee to China? And baseball, man, they have been all about Cuba for so long. And Marco Rubio's family came from Cuba. They came to the United States because guess what, folks? They don't like communism. Nobody in their right mind wants communism. Marco Rubio is a true Latino. He's not one of these fake communist Latinos that the left likes to put out there, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's a socialist communist at this point now. She's a liar. Rob Manfred, what are you going to do, man? I'm not expecting you to do anything because the woke mob, the woke people out there, they don't truly believe in what they say. They really, really don't, guys. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Marco Rubio putting Rob Manfred on blast. I love it, man. We have help in this fight against world sports. MLB, NBA, I highly doubt that I'll ever come back and watch your sports. You guys love communism, man. You guys love Marxism. Well, I hate it. I hate everything about Marxism and communism. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Make sure you go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Become a channel member today. It will greatly help us out, grow our brand. We're trying to Get away from big tech, man, because big tech is really no different than woke sports if you look and see what's going on out there. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.